When people talk about Jesus, they talk about him a lot of different ways. Jesus, the Messiah, Jesus, the miracle worker, Jesus, the great teacher, Jesus, the great humanitarian, Jesus, the greatest person that ever lived. But have you ever heard Jesus talked about as the greatest storyteller who's ever lived? When Jesus would gather to teach publicly, hundreds of thousands of people would sit in rapt attention listening to him tell these stories. So powerful, so thought-provoking, so brilliant, so relevant to the human experience then that they've lasted 2 millennia to now. We still read the stories, we still find ourselves compelled by those stories. They still hold our attention. Why? That's the question we're going to ask in this new series we're kicking off at Grace City Church called The Storyteller. It's our third season in an original series that we've called Who is Jesus?, where we work through our way through the Gospel of Luke, learning about this person who called himself the Messiah. Now here's what's going to make this series a little different and maybe a little ambitious. Along with the sermons I'm going to preach, I'm going to be joined on stage all 13 Sundays by 13 different individuals whose lives have been changed by Jesus. So I'll preach a sermon and then I'll be joined on stage for a live, unedited, uncut, real, raw story in the living parable of a person whose life has been changed. Jesus Christ was the greatest storyteller that ever lived, and I'd love to have you join me to listen to the greatest stories ever told.